Hello, this is Mr. Stewart bringing you the 7.3 Triangle Angles quiz. This is the second part to triangles. There is a 7.3 quiz titled Triangle Classifications. That's part 1. There's also a part 3 quiz, that's 7.3 part 3, titled Side Lengths of Triangles. But to start off, this quiz specifically is about the angles within the triangles and the properties within them. There's 4 questions to this, and so let's just talk about triangles for just a second. I think the most important part to understand about triangles is simply that if you have a triangle, let me just draw my own triangle here. No matter how you draw that triangle, as long as it is an actual triangle with 3 sides and 3 side lengths and 3 angles, then the property within the triangles is that the sum, meaning when you add the 3 angles together, so let's say this is angle A, B, and C, the sum of these 3 angles, A plus B plus C, is equal to 180 degrees. Now, the discussion from 7.3 covered this idea. We also spent about 2 or 3 days discovering this idea in class as we've messed around with different triangle computer activities, and we've also measured angles within triangles on protractors. So hopefully you understood that. So let's look at an example here. Let me just draw another triangle here. Let's say I have a triangle, and I know that this is a right angle, and I know this is, let's say, 38 degrees. Let's just say, I'm just going to make it up. Okay. Well, if I know 2 of these angles, this angle and this angle, I could say, maybe 90 plus 38 plus, and maybe this is my x, this is my unknown, plus x. Well, no matter what kind of triangle it is, I know that these 3 angles are always going to be equal to 180 degrees. So this becomes an equation. So I do 90 plus 38, which becomes 128. And that's plus x. I bring that down, and so those 2 became that. And I bring down the equal sign, and I bring down the 180 degrees. So now if I'm just solving for x, I just subtract 128 from both sides. And those will cancel out, and I'm left with x alone is equal to, and let's see, I'm going to borrow here, that becomes 10, that becomes 2, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 52. So in my example here, I get that x is equal to 52. And I can check that. So I could say 90 plus 38 plus 52. If that comes out to be 180, then we're good. This is the correct answer. So you can always check your work as well. But remember, it's that simple. The sum of the 3 angles of every and any triangle always equals 180. A lot of students get confused and they think this is the angle we're trying to solve, but that's not what I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find the angle x. So make sure you put the answer in for x here, not for this angle. This angle shouldn't be a mystery. As soon as you see a square in an angle, this should automatically be 90 degrees. So make sure you understand that. Okay, this is a similar question here. Again, the sum of these 3 angles is going to be equal to 180 degrees. You have 2 of those angles, find the 3rd one. I will give you a hint on this one, however. My hint is, please understand, this is an isosceles acute triangle. And if you go back to your triangle classifications, you should already know a lot about an isosceles acute triangle. Namely, an isosceles acute triangle has 2 side lengths that are the same and 2 angles that are the same. And that's kind of one of the points of isosceles triangles. And that's all I'm going to say on this one. Okay. This is also an isosceles triangle. This is an isosceles obtuse triangle because it has one obtuse angle within it. going to make up one of my own here. I'm just going to do one of these here. Let's say this is an isosceles, where those two angles are the same. But this third angle out here is not. So let's say this is x and this is x, and I'm going to call this 50. Whoops. No, I'm going to call this angle right here. I'm going to say it is 80 degrees. Let's just say. Now, if I know that this angle right here is 80 degrees, and I know that this angle and this angle are the same, they're both equal to x, then I can just use math to help me figure this out. I could say 80 degrees plus my other angle, x, plus my other angle, x, equals, what do three angles of a triangle always equal? 180 degrees. Well, this isn't so bad. I've got some terms here that I can combine. An x plus another x just becomes 2x. And this comes down. So I've got 80 plus 2x equals 180 degrees. So that comes down and that comes down. Now I'm just going to solve for x. I'm going to subtract 80 from both sides first. And I get 100. I'm going to bring down my equal sign. I'm going to bring down the 2x. Those cancel out. And now I'm just going to solve for x. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2. Divide both sides by 2. And I get 100 divided by 2 equals 50. So I know that x is equal to 50. Now in my case that works because 50, 50, 80. If these two angles are indeed the same, then 50 plus 50 is 100, plus 80 is 180. Three angles of a triangle always equal 180. You should be able to apply and do the same thing here. Okay, this one, I'm just going to read this carefully. That reads, select all choices that show angles that could form a triangle. So, all. It says, click in the box for the angle sets that do form a triangle, and then it says, leave blank the angle sets that do not form a triangle. So basically, you're just going to, if you think it forms a triangle, you check it. If you don't think it forms a triangle, you don't check it. Well, there's the easiest way to check to see if the set of angles or a set of three angles could in fact be a triangle. And simply put, you just add them together. Let's make one up. Let's say it's 72 degrees and I was checking 53 degrees, and then I did 102 degrees. So if I had these three angles, right, so this would be kind of a smaller angle, a little bit bigger angle, and then maybe, this is an obtuse angle, this is something slightly larger, maybe slightly larger than 90 degrees. If I added these, if I were to take these and shift them and move them around, could I create a triangle with these three angles? Well, the only way to find out is to add them together. If the sum of these angles comes out to be 180 degrees, which I'm already looking at this and I'm thinking, no, it will not, then I can't. Then this would not create a triangle, and that's as simple as I can make it for you. So I can add these up. 2 plus 3 is 5, plus another 2, 6, 7. 0 plus 5 is 5, plus 7. That's going to be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to carry the 1 here. 1 plus 5 is 6. Plus 7 plus 1 is going to be 14. Okay. So, nope, that's not right. What did I do here? Oh, no, sorry. Yep, I'm just trying to do things in my head without... Okay, so that didn't happen. There you go, 200, okay, 227 degrees, which is not equal to 180 degrees. And so 180 degrees, it doesn't equal 227, therefore these three do not create a triangle. Now, if you had three where you added together and they do come out to be exactly 180 degrees, and when I say exactly, I mean exactly, then yes, you can have a triangle with these three angles. So select all the ones that apply. I hope this is helpful for you. Have a good day.